and on August 10th here in Fort McMurray, Alberta, going for the next edition of the Home Depot series. It's a good sunny day. The crews are out working. Weather's in our favor. Starting with a quick look at the north entry to site, where sidewalks have been removed. Curb and gutter is cut, getting ready for the next step here to start creating our entries. Continues to be digging along. At this point in time, the connections at the city sidewalks, or at the city street part, have been completed. Pressure testing of the water line proved successful, and now the work is currently continuing on the sanitary installations to get the sanitary service stub into the building. They're approaching onto the first sanitary manhole. Crews are working well, encountering less water now than they did in previous excavations when they were going on the water lines. Of course, the work is a little shallower than it was before. And then going a little bit down site, we can also see where preparations have been made to start cutting out the south entry. ATCO Electric has been engaged in discussions with moving the street light that will wind up in the center of the entry. A little more sidewalk's going to need to be removed. You can see the aux blue camera setup. This is security and visuals on site that are available with this aux blue. Crew is set up. It's an efficient method of digging, compacting. With the way the weather's been and the subsurface water conditions, it's important at this point not to keep an extreme open mounted trench. Pumps are just part of the game. Looking at our backside, getting ready for retaining wall, still needing a little bit of information to make this a successful run. In the meantime, Kitchton has started detail excavation for the foundations. As you can see in the imaging, water is being encountered in the excavations as is, but a nice clean job getting it ready for green construction so that forming can begin. We'll start with exterior foundations, pile caps and grade beams. Once they have enough area opened up, we'll start opening up the interior pile caps, and that'll get us starting towards getting ready for structural steel erection. Again, taking a quick look at the northeast corner of the building and the excavations for the piles, we can see where the continuous presence of groundwater continues to be a source of available work and keeping us employed in a never-ending process. the retaining wall has designed to allow that there's weeping tile in behind, which should start limiting the water ingression on site. And one last look, just taking a look at the activity in the corner where we see Kitchton's going to be continuing heading north as Wayward comes into the corner of the building with service stubs, and then we'll start heading east into this area where the loading docks will be. Once the storm stub is in there, then Kitchton can return into that corner and start digging in the deep foundations. And that concludes today's flight. I hope you find this interesting and have yourself a great day. One last look at our little yard before we